the forests of the Belgian Ardennes Mountains lies the magnificent Spa-Francorchamps. This circuit is considered by many drivers to be their favourite, despite being one of the most challenging on the planet. And it's here at Spa that the teams have gathered for round 5 of the Michelin Le Mans Cup. On this 7-kilometre high-speed circuit, there will be no respite during the 2-hour race.
Welcome to Spa-Francorchamps, one of racing's most mythical circuits for the penultimate round of the 2017 Michelin Le Mans Cup. Now, in the GT3 category, the championship's still fairly open, but in LMP3 it's been dominated by one team all season, DKR Engineering. So who better to talk about it than the current championship leader and local racer, Jean Glorieux. Hello, Jean. Welcome to your home circuit of Spa-Francorchamps. How special is it for you to be racing here this weekend?
Magical, really magical. It's nice to have an opportunity like this. And very happy to be here. Thank you.
Now, all drivers seem to love this circuit, but do you have a favourite part?
Yeah, my favourite part is definitely Rédillon, because the high speed and it's a challenging corner. It's a very important corner because you have a long straight afterwards, so it's important to have it right.
Now, you used to race GT3 cars, and now you're in the LMP3. It's the first season with the new LMP3 machinery for you, but you seem to have taken to it very well.
Yeah, I like the high downforce cars. I had some experience before, a couple of years before I drove the Norma. I loved it actually, so this is a new encounter with the high downforce car of Norma, but with a little bit more power this time.
Now let's talk a little bit about the championship, because it's fair to say it's been a dominant season for you guys. You've had 3 wins and a podium in 5 races, and all you need to do to clinch the championship here at Spa is finish 2 points ahead of Nielsen Racing. So is that the target?
Yes, of course, we're here to race and go for the win, but we'll try to drive intelligent as well, because we have to think in terms of the championship, but if we can win, this would be very nice.
And very special to do it here at Spa, I'd imagine.
Yeah, of course, and in my home country, so I keep on dreaming, but we'll see if it will be reality or not.
And looking ahead, do you have any firm plans for the future or for next season?
I'm talking to different kind of partners, what the possibilities may be, but no conclusions yet.
So the focus is all on this weekend and whether you can take that championship title home.
That's correct.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And now it's time to meet one of our young drivers. 24-year-old Jordan Parois was diagnosed early on with autism. He explains how motorsport has helped him to progress and discover a passion for racing.
When I was a kid, I was diagnosed with a mild form of autism. I had difficulty understanding things, lack of maturity. But thanks to motorsport, which became my passion, it's become a road to recovery. And today, that's where I'm developing more fully in this sport that I love. When I come to a circuit, it's just complete happiness. And of course, especially for this race and on a fantastic circuit like Spa, it's great. Racing as a means to improvement, an idea triggered by his father, who himself used to race back in the 1970s. When my son was born with his little autism issue, I decided we'd try karting to see what would come out of it, to see if maybe it would help him with his coordination, with his focus. And I saw then that he was very gifted at karting, so gradually we stepped up, competed at a higher level in karting, then we went on to single-seaters, and finally arrived here in LMP3 thanks to Olivier Virol. And this has really allowed Jordan to display all of his talent. I quickly grew very fond of Jordan. He's a very, very quick driver, but most of all, he's always ready to listen. He's got an ability to analyse, which is really quite impressive. he really feels what's going on in the car. We already had him drive for other teams and they had the same feeling. He's got a very good analysis of what's happening in the car. What's interesting is that he keeps improving, and so we don't know where he'll stop. Hopefully, he'll be able to go far. I'm starting to improve bit by bit to try and reach my goal for the future, which is to become a pro driver and move further up the ladder.
Here on the grid, it's almost time to get round 5 of the Michelin Le Mans Cup underway. And starting from the top spots in both categories is our respective championship leaders. So in GT3, it's the Ebimotors Lamborghini that will start from pole, and in LMP3, it's the DKR Engineering Norma. Will we get to see either of our championships decided here at Spa? Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's go racing.
Flag, start of the formation lap. Green flag, start of the formation lap.
Beautiful conditions on this late September afternoon. The 4 p.m. start, ready to go for 2 hours of Spa-Francorchamps. Jean Glorieux, the orange and black car on pole. Anthony Wells alongside him as they rush down to the first corner. Emanuele Busnelli's Lamborghini, the GT3 pole sitter. Anthony Wells losing ground right from the start, edged out onto the AstroTurf. Jean Glorieux leads the charge down the hill into Eau Rouge. Battle for second, Alain Costa and Adrien Keeler for Graf as they sweep through Eau Rouge, climbing through the left-hander at Rédillon, and Emanuele Busnelli leading the GT3 field. Up the long, fast Kemmel Straight they come. Jean Glorieux leading Alain Costa, the red, white and black machine, and then Adrien Keeler in third position. Fourth place, the M Racing YMR Norma. And in sixth position, number 79, that's Anthony Wells in Nielsen Racing's machine. And they need to beat DKR Engineering, leading the race at the moment, to have a chance of winning the LMP3 title. And when Tony Wells got edged out wide at the start, that was very bad news indeed for them. Emanuele Busnelli in the black and gold Lamborghini leads GT3. Right behind, though, the red and white Mercedes is Lee Mowle, and he is hot on his heels. Battle for fourth place. Sean Lynn, number 23, United Autosports defending as Alex Kapadia comes down the inside into Piff Paff, and through he goes. Kapadia, pro driver, starting amongst mostly gentlemen in the LMP3 class. And the plan has worked well. He's moved from 12th to 4th already. Up the Kemmel Straight, Alex Kapadia pulls out of the slipstream. Adrien Keeler in the Graf Racing Ligier, powerless to defend as the RLR Motorsport car moves by into third position. Teammate Ross Warburton in the second hour of the race will be up against a whole bunch of pro drivers, so Kapadia needs to get out front now and build as big an advantage as he possibly can. Tight battle for the lead in the GT3 class into the braking area at Les Combes. Emanuele Busnelli's Ebimotors Lamborghini inches in front of Lee Mowle's Mercedes. The SVC Sport Management orange Lamborghini is in third place. Here's the battle for second. En race is Alain Costa, gentleman driver versus pro driver Alex Kapadia for RLR Motorsport. Look at the way he's brought the gap down in 4 laps from 5.2 to 1 second to nothing. Kapadia with the move around the outside. Sweeps by as they start to climb the hill. A fast section here up towards the end of the lap. GT3 leaders through Eau Rouge once more. Up the Kemmel Straight, not a good exit for Emanuele Busnelli. Here comes Mowle pulling alongside in the Mercedes. The Lamborghini just with a slight nose in front. He's on the brakes earlier though. Mowle around the outside to take the lead in GT3. And that's a great move. Replay here of the change for third place. The blue car, Iraj Alexander for Cool Racing. The Ligier going by Alain Costa for third. Race leader Jean Glorieux, the Belgian, still comfortably out front in the Norma, which seems to have the upper hand here at Spa over the pace of the Ligiers. It all went wrong for Nielsen Racing's Tony Wells right from the start.
Tony, it was an eventful stint for you. What happened at the start? Because you lost quite a few places there.
Yeah, I just ran slightly wide. I tried to give Jean some space, and Alan dived down the inside of me, and I just got on the AstroTurf, and I had like no traction, and I just went backwards. So yeah, it was hard work coming back through the field. So I think it obviously made any chance of keeping close to the Norma impossible. But anyway, it was exciting, I guess.
Race leader Jean Glorieux for DKR Engineering comfortably out front as he reaches the top of the hill at Les Combes. Oh, a little lock up, and he's had to go straight on in the emergency runoff area, and that'll cost him time. Battle for fourth, Alain Costa holding off Tony Wells, who dives to the inside. Oh, contact!
I've got a contact involving car 99. Car 99 was on the runoff.
Tony Wells continues, but Alain Costa looked like the door was open and then suddenly got shut.
Black and white flag car 99 for the contact with car 79.
So that's a warning for Alain Costa in the 99 car. Pole sitter Emanuele Busnelli now down to third place in GT3 in the Lamborghini. What does the team know?
Emanuele's running in third place at the moment. Is he taking it easy? Is that the strategy?
Yeah, it's not a good start for Emanuele because I spoke to the radio. I have a little problem for the car. Is too much oversteering. I hope the problem is because the car is too much heavy and the ballast is too much in the fast corner. But the important is to stay in the race every lap, stay more constant and finish this race for take more point for the championship.
Cedric Mézard in the orange Lamborghini held up by the LMP3 cars, and here comes Emanuele Busnelli. He's not given up the fight. Down the inside comes the black and gold Lamborghini, and the Ebimotors driver is back into second place. Oh, drifts a little bit wide in Pouhon though, and that's going to allow the orange car to come right back at him. Cedric Mézard though can't find a way through into Piff Paff. Leader across the line, and behind him Alex Kapadia. The gap now down close to 5 seconds. Still 10 minutes to go until the end of the first hour, but the pit window will be soon open, and Kapadia has not been able to take the lead of the race, and that's going to make life very tough for his teammate Ross Warburton, who'll get in amongst the pros. Pit window is open for the GT3 cars. Mowle in immediately to hand over to young Austrian Dominic Baumann, who's replacing Lee's regular partner Phil Keane. He's back in the UK, trying to win the British GT title on the same weekend. Out goes the Gulf Porsche. Race leader is in. Jean Glorieux brings the DKR Engineering Norma in to hand over to Alexander Terrell, the pro driver taking over the lead car. Alex Kapadia remains out on track in the lead of the race, and now trying to build an advantage to hand over to teammate Ross Warburton. Tyre change at DKR. Oh, and trouble with the left rear. Gunn can't get the nut off, and this is going to cost them vital seconds and maybe more. Here we go, it's off. And now there's a car parked in front as they get ready to send Alex Terrell. They have to push him back first. Away he goes back into the race. Leader is in, Alex Kapadia. Had another couple of laps after the DKR car stopped as the race leader. What sort of an advantage has he been able to eke out though? Don't forget DKR also had that problem with the pit stop. Ross Warburton leaves, DKR's Alex Tyrrell begins the chase.
So far so good. Everything went quite well. The start was good. As you say, a small mistake in the braking zone, the end of the straight. But yeah, let's hope, cross fingers, that we will finish in this position. And we had a small issue now with during the pit stop. There was one wheel. It was difficult to take off. But now everything is good, so we're really happy.
Battle for the lead. Alex Tyrrell dives immediately to the inside of Ross Warburton and through he goes, retaking the lead for DKR Engineering. Ross Warburton had a slender advantage and it didn't take long for Alex Tyrrell to reel him in and go by. DKR now firmly cemented on their way towards the LMP3 title. Third place battle in GT3, Andrew Baker taking over the Gulf Porsche at the midway point, all over the back of Stevie S in the Lamborghini. Gets a good run and through he goes into third place. Halfway through, Alex Tyrrell leading from Ross Warburton and Alexandre Coigny. Second in the standings, Colin Noble in fourth. Dominic Baumann leading GT3 in the Mercedes ahead of the two Lamborghinis. Unveiled at Spa the 2018 Michelin Le Mans Cup season calendar.
The Michelin Le Mans Cup will continue the same way. We are closing to the ELMS calendar, so we stay all together for the weekend. This grid is growing up every year with more and more LMP3, and definitely the target is to prepare very well Le Mans, because I remind you that there is the Road to Le Mans, the famous race in Le Mans in June, and for this reason we are racing before in Monza and first in April in Le Castellet, which is the perfect place to prepare Le Mans. And after that, Red Bull Ring, Spa and Portimao was this year to celebrate this big season. We saw this year a very interesting competition on the track, and we are very optimistic for next year to have exactly the same. So Michelin Le Mans Cup is still on the road to Le Mans.
Into the second half of round 5 at the Michelin Le Mans Cup at Spa-Francorchamps. Colin Noble in the Nielsen Engineering 79 car looking for more points, grabbing second place from Ross Warburton in the RLR Motorsport Ligier. Gap to the leader Alexander Tyrrell though is over a minute. Lots of work for Colin Noble to do. Nielsen racing car though fighting its way back into contention, his teammates and the crew watching. Alexandre Coigny in fourth place under pressure now. Oh, just out very wide in Pouhon. All over the filth on the outside of the circuit. Comes back on in fifth. Up to fourth, Nathan Biel, the M Racing YMR Ligier. And Coigny's tyres will now be covered in dirt and pick up. He'll have very little grip. On the radio, Nathan Biel, there's a weird sound coming from the front. It might be pick up. Be careful. Something's not working.
I've got a car very, very slow after the start lights.
Park it immediately. And he does, right under the nose of team boss Ivan Muller.
All cars at D1 bear totally left. All cars at D1 bear totally left.
Battle for fifth place in LMP3. Emilian Card for Graf Racing being challenged. Up the inside into the bus stop goes Andy Merrick. And Motorsport 98 Ligier moves up a spot. The factory Bentley GT Ace got the move done just in time as they come onto the start-finish straight. Yellow flags are out, no overtaking. Marshals are still pushing the M Racing YMR Ligier of Nathan Biel out of the way. Replay at Les Combes, and that is Alexandre Coigny. Was he trying to go around Lee Mowle? Spun off, little bump into the barriers backwards, but he looks to be okay as he rejoins.
I've got another car stopping before T1 on driver's left. We are back to double yellows at T1. We are back to double yellows at T1.
That's Richard Mines, the 23 United Autosports Ligier. And he has rolled to a halt. Replay at the bus stop. Gets in normally. And then the car loops around on the exit. May have been the problem that caused the retirement. GT3 leader Dominic Baumann in Lee Mowle's Mercedes. Lee won race 1 in Monza, but it's been a fruitless chase ever since.
Lee, that's got to be your drive of the season. What's the secret?
Well, we've got a new chassis for this race. So we've had a problem with the car from Le Mans onwards. So we've driven with that. So this chassis has given me so much more confidence. So yeah, so it's good. It's good stint.
Battle for 6th place in LMP3. Alexandre Coigny attacking Ross Warburton, the RLR car. And through he goes at the bus stop after that little off earlier on. Right behind is Fabio Bobini. And he is in 2nd place in the GT3 class. Gulf Porsche closing in from behind. And the Lamborghini right behind the RLR Ligier as they get to the hairpin at La Source. Ooh, big mistake there from the RLR car. Ross Warburton, too much power too early. And through goes the Lamborghini. They're side by side into Eau Rouge. And in fact, the Lamborghini goes by. Fabio Bobini races on. Ross Warburton now with 79, the white and blue car of Colin Noble right behind. And as Noble pulls out one side, here comes the Gulf Porsche. And that is Andrew Baker, the number 20 car, the orange and blue machine. They are 3 wide. And the Porsche looks like it's got the advantage. He has. He goes by both LMP3 cars. And then through goes the 79 car of Colin Baker ahead of Ross Warburton.
5
minutes 30 Fabio. There is a prototype behind the Porsche. He'll probably try and go between you. Be careful. Battle for 2nd then. Fabio Bobini, the Ebimotors Lamborghini, trying to stay ahead of Andrew Baker in the Gulf Racing UK Porsche. Right behind 99, that's Jordan Perrois. Lamborghini drifts out wide. The Porsche trying to come through on the inside of Bruxelles. He too struggles with grip. Closing stages of the race, 4 minutes remaining. And Baker cuts back to the inside. This is going to give him the inside line into the double left-hander at Bruxelles. Prototype driver still not quite sure which way to go. He can't get by the Lamborghini, but Baker does. Andrew Baker up into 2nd in GT3. Jean Glorieux watching Alex Toril on the monitors.
Final lap. Teams may go to the pit wall. Teams may head to the pit wall.
The DKR team wait with bated breath. They are almost there. One corner and the checkered flag awaits Alex Toril. It's the 4th win in a row for DKR's number 3 car. Alexander Toril and Jean Glorieux win in Spa and claim the LMP3 title. Victory number 2 of the year for the Lee Mowle Mercedes. And the British driver closes the gap in the GT3 title race to Ebimotors to just 7 points. It's been a long wait since Monza.
Well done. Good job, mate. Thank you.
Confirmation of the result. Victory for the 4th time for DKR. Close rivals Nielsen in 2nd ahead of Motorsport 98. And in the GT3 category, Lee Mowle's Mercedes takes its 2nd win, 11th overall. Gulf Racing in 2nd, Ebimotors in 3rd.
Yeah, it makes it really exciting. I think we're now, 7 points adrift, so it's back in our control again. So we need to win and get pole, and then we'll win overall. So yeah, really exciting.
Ebimotors retain the GT3 lead. SVC Sport Management move up to 3rd. Optimum weren't in Spa. Joe Osborne was also at the British GT title decider. Delight after a long drought for Lee Mowle with teammate Dominic Baumann. Victory in GT3. And LMP3 victory and the championship title for Alex Toril and Jean Glorieux.
It's an amazing day. Cannot describe the feeling. It's so overwhelming, crazy. Alex did a great job. The team did a great job. We made no mistakes. So really, it's fantastic. Speechless.
He did a brilliant job in the start. I just need to keep the pace as always and close the job. Car was working really good. It allowed me to do really good lap times, even chilling, not making any big effort. So unbelievable. I'm so happy for all the team, for everyone, all the effort, all the season as a rookies coming here and win, and also win the championship. It's amazing. It's no words to describe.
DKR are champions with a race to go. Nielsen looks certain to take second ahead of Graf, Spirit to Race and Motorsport 98. And for the whole DKR team, it's time to celebrate.
What an incredible race that was, that saw DKR Engineering clinching the LMP3 title a full race early. But don't worry, we've still got plenty of drama and suspense to come for the season finale in Portimao. Our GT3 battle is down to the wire. Just 7 points separate Ebimotors and Mowle Racing. Which one of them will take the title? Well, you'll have to tune in to Portugal to find out.
ELMS weekend. Adrenaline, speed, wheel-to-wheel, pure racing.
Join us for the ELMS weekend to see the European Le Mans Series, the Michelin Le Mans Cup, and the TCR Portugal Series.
Join us, be there.
See you in Portimao.